Every year, billions of dollars worth of cobalt, gold, and diamonds are mined in the Democratic Republic of Congo. These are the minerals that power the modern world. Your smartphone, your electric car, and even the gold jewelry you wear. But here's the shocking truth. While these minerals fuel global industries and make foreign nations richer, 73% of Congo's population lives in extreme poverty. Imagine children as young as 6, working barefoot in toxic, dangerous mines. They dig with their bare hands, inhaling dust that poisons their lungs, risking their lives every single day. These children should be in school, dreaming of a future. Instead, they're trapped in a brutal cycle of exploitation, so the world can enjoy luxury and convenience. While corporations rake in billions and lavish lifestyles flourish overseas, Congo's families starve. Its rivers are poisoned, its land destroyed, and its people left with nothing but suffering. But this isn't just their story, it's ours too. Because behind every phone we use, every car we drive, and every luxury we enjoy, there's a hidden cost. Stay until the end to uncover the full truth. Learn how your actions can bring justice to millions of lives caught in this hidden curse. And if you believe stories like this need to be told, hit subscribe and join us in demanding change. Your voice matters. Congo has so much potential, its land is full of minerals, and its rivers could create lots of power. Sadly, this potential is wasted because of years of conflict, corruption, and people taking advantage of the country. The impact of colonialism is still felt, holding Congo back. But even with these hardships, the Congolese people are strong. They dream of a better future, one where their country's riches benefit everyone, where kids can go to school and get medical care. Congo's story shows us what happens when greed and exploitation go unchecked. Big companies and corrupt officials have taken Congo's resources, leaving environmental damage and human suffering behind. Kids work in dangerous mines, digging up the minerals that power our modern world. This exploitation, driven by global demand and corruption, has trapped millions in poverty. We can help create a better future for Congo by understanding the problems and demanding honesty. Under Congo's beautiful landscapes lies a huge amount of minerals, including the world's largest supply of cobalt. This should make Congo an important player in the global market. Selling these minerals should create jobs and help the country grow. But the money often doesn't reach the Congolese people. Instead, it goes to big companies and corrupt officials. The high demand for these minerals has led to unsafe and unfair working conditions. Big mining operations overshadow local efforts, making the gap between potential and reality even bigger. Even with all its minerals, Congo is one of the poorest countries in the world. Most people live in extreme poverty, surviving on less than £2 a day. Healthcare, education, and basic things like clean water and electricity are luxuries. Many people have to work in dangerous mines just to survive, earning very little money. Life for the Congolese people is a daily struggle. The money made from Congo's minerals rarely helps the local people. Instead, it goes to a small, wealthy group and foreign companies because of corruption and poor governance. Big companies exploit Congo's resources without giving back to the community. Fixing this is hard because of deep-rooted corruption, but we can make a difference by supporting fair trade and making sure companies are responsible. The world can help ensure Congo's wealth benefits its people, creating a path to a better future. Deep in Congo's mines, children, some as young as 6, work tirelessly. They don't get to go to school, see a doctor, or even play. They work in dangerous conditions, with the risk of the mine collapsing. But they keep working because they need to survive. Amani's story shows the sad cycle of poverty and child labor in Congo. Because they are poor, families have to send their children to work in the mines. Without education, these children have little chance for a better future. Education, healthcare, and job opportunities are key to breaking this cycle. Congo's mineral wealth comes at a terrible human cost. A generation of children are losing their childhoods. Their laughter is replaced by the dust of the mines, their dreams buried under the weight of responsibility. We must do something. These children deserve our attention, our compassion, and our action. Let their suffering be the reason we make a change, ensuring that making money never comes before human dignity. The global demand for minerals creates a complicated and often hidden supply chain. Big companies play a big part in keeping this exploitation going. A closer look reveals a web of connected interests, with minerals passing through many hands before ending up in the things we buy. These companies must make sure they are getting their minerals ethically. Congo's minerals have attracted bad actors who mine illegally and don't pay taxes. This illegal activity creates conflict and instability, making things worse for the Congolese people. To stop this, we need to address both the supply and demand. Governments need to make laws that hold companies accountable, and Congo's government needs to become stronger. While companies and officials are to blame, we, as consumers, also have a responsibility. Our demand for gadgets and cheap products contributes to this exploitation. By making good choices and demanding transparency, we can help break the cycle. Congo's future is not just in the hands of companies and governments but also in our own. It's time to act. The constant search for Congo's minerals has badly hurt the environment. The relentless extraction of valuable resources like cobalt, copper, and diamonds has led to widespread environmental degradation. These minerals are essential for modern technology, but their extraction comes at a high cost to the natural world. Huge open-pit mines have scarred the beautiful landscapes, leaving giant holes in the earth. These vast excavations disrupt the natural terrain, making it difficult for the land to recover. The once lush and vibrant ecosystems are now barren and lifeless, a stark reminder of the environmental toll of mining. Cutting down forests, needed for mining and fuel, has left large areas bare and vulnerable. The deforestation not only removes trees but also destroys the habitats of countless species. The loss of these forests means the loss of biodiversity, which is crucial for maintaining ecological balance. Congo's rainforests, home to many plants and animals, are being destroyed. These rainforests are some of the most biodiverse areas on the planet, and their destruction has far-reaching consequences. Animals are forced to flee their homes, and many species face the threat of extinction. Clearing forests for mining not only destroys habitats but also disrupts water cycles, leading to soil erosion, more flooding, and less water for local communities. The removal of trees destabilizes the soil, making it more prone to erosion. This can lead to increased flooding during the rainy season and dry riverbeds during the dry season, affecting the availability of water for people and wildlife. The loss of plants and animals is a tragedy, robbing the world of irreplaceable species. Many of these species are unique to the Congo and cannot be found anywhere else on Earth. Their extinction would mean the permanent loss of genetic diversity and the potential for future discoveries in medicine and science. Pollution from mining makes the environmental crisis even worse. The chemicals used in mining processes often seep into the surrounding environment, contaminating soil and water sources. This pollution can have devastating effects on local communities who rely on these natural resources for their livelihoods. Waste materials, often containing toxic heavy metals, leak into the soil and water, poisoning the environment and harming people. These toxic substances can accumulate in the food chain, affecting not just wildlife but also human health. The long-term exposure to these pollutants can lead to serious health issues including cancer and neurological disorders. The air filled with dust and smoke is dangerous to breathe, especially for children and older people. The fine particulate matter from mining activities can penetrate deep into the lungs, causing respiratory problems and exacerbating conditions like asthma. The health impacts of air pollution are severe and can lead to a reduced quality of life for those living in affected areas. The environmental damage from mining spreads far. Communities are forced to move when mines take over their land, disrupting their lives and culture. Losing their land, often their main source of food and cultural identity, leads to poverty, hunger, and unrest. Workers coming to the mines for jobs can cause tension with local communities. Competition for housing, water, and food can lead to conflict, making things worse. The lack of basic services in mining regions makes poverty, disease, and despair more likely. Mining tears apart communities. People lose their traditional ways of life like farming and fishing, and become dependent on the unstable mining sector, where they are often exploited. The lack of schools in mining regions limits opportunities, trapping generations in hardship. Mining in Congo is causing a health crisis. Exposure to toxic heavy metals like cobalt, lead, and mercury is dangerous for miners and nearby communities. These heavy metals build up in the body, causing serious health problems like lung disease, kidney failure, birth defects, and cancer. Children are especially vulnerable. The lack of hospitals and doctors in mining regions makes the health crisis worse. Many people can't get even basic medical care. The health problems caused by mining can last long after the mines close. The toxic legacy of mining continues to harm communities. The lack of environmental cleanup and healthcare makes the injustice even worse. The world needs to realize the human cost of its need for minerals and take responsibility for the health and well-being of those who suffer. Congo's story, a country with so much wealth but so much poverty, shows our failure to put human dignity first. Despite its vast natural resources, the Democratic Republic of Congo remains one of the poorest countries in the world. This paradox is a stark reminder of the systemic issues that plague not just Congo, but many resource-rich nations. The wealth of the land has not translated into prosperity for its people. Instead, it has often led to exploitation, conflict, and environmental degradation. The Congolese people deserve better, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure that their dignity is upheld and their rights are protected. The images we've seen, children losing their childhoods, damaged landscapes, and communities poisoned by waste, should make us all feel responsible. These heartbreaking scenes are not just pictures, they are the reality for millions of Congolese people. Children who should be in school and playing with friends are instead forced to work in dangerous mines. The land, once fertile and full of life, is now scarred and polluted. Communities that once thrived are now struggling to survive amidst the toxic remnants of mining operations. This is a crisis that demands our attention and action, but this is not a hopeless situation. We can change things. There are already signs of hope and resilience. Communities are coming together to demand change, and volunteers are working tirelessly to support them. Positive changes are happening across Africa, and Congo can be a part of this transformation. By supporting grassroots movements and empowering local leaders, we can help build a brighter future for the Congolese people. We must break the cycle of exploitation and fix the systems that cause poverty, inequality, and environmental destruction. This means addressing the root causes of these issues, not just the symptoms. We need to create sustainable solutions that prioritize the well-being of the people and the planet. This involves reforming policies, improving governance, and ensuring that the benefits of Congo's resources are shared equitably among its people. We need to change how we think. Our mindset and approach to development must evolve. We must move away from short-term gains and focus on long-term sustainability. This requires innovative thinking and collaboration across all sectors of society. By working together, we can develop solutions that are both effective and inclusive. Congo's true wealth is not its minerals, but its people. The Congolese people are resilient, resourceful, and full of potential. Investing in their education, health, and livelihoods is the key to unlocking this potential. When we invest in people, we invest in the future. By supporting local artisans, farmers, and entrepreneurs, we can help build a more sustainable and prosperous Congo. Investing in education, healthcare, and sustainable jobs for the Congolese people is the right thing to do, and the best way to create lasting peace and prosperity. Education empowers individuals and communities, healthcare ensures a healthy and productive population, and sustainable jobs provide economic stability. These investments are not just acts of charity, they are essential for building a strong and resilient society. This requires everyone to work together. Collaboration is key to achieving these goals. Governments, NGOs, businesses, and communities must all play their part. By working together, we can create a more just and equitable world. International support and solidarity are crucial in this effort. We must stand with the Congolese people and support their fight for justice and dignity. Governments in Congo and around the world must improve governance, fight corruption, strengthen institutions, and make sure the money from mining helps the Congolese people. Good governance is the foundation of sustainable development. By tackling corruption and building strong institutions, we can ensure that the wealth generated from Congo's resources benefits all its citizens. This requires political will and commitment from leaders at all levels. Companies must be ethical and transparent. Businesses have a crucial role to play in this transformation. By adopting ethical practices and ensuring transparency, companies can contribute to sustainable development. This means respecting human rights, protecting the environment, and engaging with local communities. When businesses act responsibly, they can be powerful agents of positive change. This isn't just the job of governments and companies, it's up to all of us. Every individual has a role to play in shaping a brighter future for Congo. From the choices we make in our daily lives to the actions we take in our communities, each step counts. It's about coming together, uniting our efforts, and working towards a common goal. The power of collective action cannot be underestimated. As consumers, we have power. The decisions we make at the checkout counter can influence the market. By choosing products that are ethically sourced and sustainably produced, we send a message to companies about what we value. Our purchasing power can drive change and encourage businesses to adopt more responsible practices. By making informed choices, supporting ethical companies, and demanding transparency, we can create change. It's not just about buying products, it's about supporting a movement. When we stand up for what's right, we inspire others to do the same. Together, we can push for greater accountability and ensure that our consumption habits contribute to a better world. We need to listen to the Congolese people, support organizations helping communities, and advocate for policies that promote justice and sustainability. The voices of the local communities are crucial in this journey. They know their needs and challenges better than anyone. By amplifying their voices and supporting grassroots initiatives, we can make a real difference. Education, awareness, and challenging the idea of a hopeless continent are crucial to ending this crisis. Knowledge is power, and by educating ourselves and others, we can break down stereotypes and misconceptions. Awareness campaigns can highlight the resilience and potential of the Congolese people, showing the world that Congo is not defined by its struggles, but by its strength and spirit. This will be a long and difficult journey, but we can't give up. The road ahead is filled with challenges, but every step forward brings us closer to our goal. Persistence and determination are key. We must remain committed, even when the progress seems slow. Every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. Congo's fate is connected to our own. In an interconnected world, the well-being of one nation impacts us all. By supporting Congo, we are also investing in a more stable and prosperous global community. Our actions have ripple effects, and by fostering positive change in Congo, we contribute to a better future for everyone. We must act, not out of charity but out of shared responsibility to create a world where everyone can thrive. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness and the mutual benefits of a just and equitable world. When we work together, we can achieve remarkable things. It's not about giving a handout, but about empowering communities to build their own futures. Let's work together to create a future where Congo's true wealth, its people, can finally shine. The Congolese people are the heart and soul of the nation. Their resilience, creativity, and spirit are the true treasures of Congo. By investing in their potential, we can help them build a brighter future for themselves and their country. The time for change is now. We cannot afford to wait any longer. The urgency of the situation demands immediate action. Every moment counts, and the sooner we act, the sooner we can make a difference. Let's seize this moment and commit to making lasting change. Let our actions bring a new beginning for Congo. Together we can plant the seeds of hope and nurture them into a flourishing future. Let's be the change makers and create a legacy of positive impact for generations to come.